Hi, this is Pixie Glow, and today I'm going to show you how to use General Zoi's pony creator to duplicate a pony that you have made with the pony creator, and just how to basically use it. It's going to be real simple. We're not going to be like doing anything real fancy today. So you just go ahead and click play game. So we're going to make this a sample pony. So we're going to put everything, we're just going to leave everything the same. I'm going to change the colors. Actually, let me change this. Okay, so since we haven't changed anything, it's already got match main colors selected, so that's going to automatically change our tail. If we wanted to do two colors, we would uncheck match main colors, and then you could even do two colors, or you can have the tail another color, whatever you want to do. But we're going to stick with match main colors just to make this easy, and we're going to leave that black. We're going to go to body, and I'm just going to add wings so that it's not essentially the same pony that's on here by default. We're going to go to color and color the body to white. Also, for the basis of this, anytime you're on the Create tab, that is for the basis of just creating the pony itself. This is not the accessories. This is not posing the pony to make it rear on its forelegs or on its back legs or anything like that. We're not messing with that yet, but I will show you a little bit about that coming up. First off, we're just going to leave this pony basically the way that it is right now. Now, when you're in the Create tab, anytime you go to Advanced, this is going to have your pony code, and you'll see that it's labeled right there, pony code. Very nice. You're going to copy that. You can do Control Copy or right click copy, whatever you want to do. Now, I have a running notepad or WordPad document that keeps track of my pony codes. So if I can get this to open up here, I'll show you what you're going to do with this code. So that's a whole bunch of my ponies that I've tried to make. So this one I'm just going to label it as sample pony. Now, if you notice here, the way that I have this listed, I always add an extra line that shows me exactly what this code is for. That helps because you will not get confused later if you've got this code and you have the word pony above it. That obviously means it's for your pony code. Okay, so save that. And I'm just resaving it with the same name that I already had on it. Okay, so now if you wanted to do accessories, we're going to go ahead and put a hat on our pony, or no, a bow. That looks cool. Looks really stupid, but for the purposes of this, it's fine. Now that you're in the accessories tab, the code that you're going to get is for accessories only. So copy that. And yes, I do know that I spelled accessorize, not accessories, but that's the name of the tab, so that's what I'm naming it. Copy that code. See how the codes are a little bit different? I don't know if you can see that from there, but they're different. One looks to be shorter than the other. I'm not totally sure on that though. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save that also, just because I don't want to lose it. Okay, now we're going to go into the pose section. There's a couple of things that you can do in here. You can start with your basic pose, which is the default. You can choose a different type of pose. Any of these are fine. You can also take one of these poses and customize it. So when you do that, you go to custom posing, and now you can move the pony. Like, I'm gonna make this pony look really weird. So she's gonna be like balancing on one leg. Also, when you move the center body, that's only rotating it on the same axis. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot with that. Trust me, I've tried. Okay, so I'm going to put it like that. I'm going to move the neck, and I'm going to move this leg. I'm also going to drag her up a little bit so that moves the whole pony. And sometimes you have to just kind of wait for it to catch up to where you're at, because it may not be selecting the part of the foreleg when you're trying to, or it could be selecting the foreleg when you're trying to move the back leg, or so on and so forth, stuff like that. Another thing that you can do, which I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, if you uncheck this box that says constrain rotations, you can break the skeleton, which means, for example, if I want this pony's leg to be behind her head, I check that, go back to custom posing, and then I can drag this leg to where it's way behind her head. She looks very disjointed. Okay. You can also do the layering where the back leg appears over the front leg. Since she has wings, that's going to make it look like that leg is halfway over her wings, so I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want it to look totally stupid. Then when you're in your advanced, under the pose tab, this is your pose code. This is all numbers in this code, so you know that it's different from both of the other two codes. So I'm taking that and I'm going to put it over here, just copy and paste, and I'm going to save that because I don't want to lose it. Alright, so here's the example. This is going to show you how to use those codes to duplicate your pony later. I'm actually going to reset the page completely to the beginning. Okay, so we've got the default pony here, but what we're going to do is go back to our sample pony. So we go to advanced, and the code that is in there right now is if you wanted to take this pony with its red body and purple hair. we don't want to use that. We want to use our code that we had before. So we're going to go over here. We're going to copy this pony code. We're going to generate our pony from that code. Now see, we have our pony with its wings, white body, green eye, and black hair. Now we want to go into accessorize, and then to advanced. This is with no accessories. That's your code from there, but we want to use the ones that we already created. So we go to our code on our notepad, copy that, and paste into the accessory code. Now we have our green bow. Okay, so now we're going to go and do the same thing in the pose category. We're going to go to advanced options. I have not tried this. Well, we'll just try it real quick. Now, since we broke the skeleton earlier, I'm not sure if it's going to let us do this pose, but it does. Okay, so you don't even have to go in and change that at all. You just put the code in, and now you have your full pony the same way that we made it before, and it's all together. That's how you generate your pony. So make sure that when you're doing this, when you're making your ponies in here and you're meaning to save these, make sure that you've got the separate codes for your pony, your pose, and your accessory code if you're using those features. If you're just using the basic pose that it comes with, or the default pose, and no accessories, then you can just use your sample, your pony code, and it'll make it exactly like it is on the front page. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to show you, we're just going to export the pony image. This is basically, we're just going to save it. I did not make a sample folder, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to name it sample, sample pony, and we're just going to save. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into my documents. This has already been saved. We don't need to do anything else to it. You can close it. Mine I keep on my desktop. You can keep it wherever you want. So I'm going to go into my pictures, and this folder, sample. See, there's the sample of my pony. I did not use the one that includes the background because I don't want it to have a background for the rest of the tutorials that we're doing today. So, we're going to take this. I'm just going to right click on it, edit with GIMP. Something else I'm working on. Okay, so here's your pony that we just made. This is our sample pony. Isn't she lovely? Alright, so come back for the next tutorial.